Hi guys, a lot of people have been asking me what does it take to build get a book published and build an information empire. And it's just really hard for me to actually explain what I do, so I figured I'd make this video to show you kind of what's involved and the difference between being an author and owning an empire. Okay, most people's idea of actually getting successful is they spend a lot of time building this elaborate, amazing book, the work of their life. They spend so much time building the book, and then they get it edited. Obviously, if they're lucky, they get it edited. Then they find a publisher, and they sit back and enjoy the cash. And that's what most people's idea of actually how to make money being an author is to do exactly that. Write a book, find a publisher, and sit back and enjoy the royalties, like the big names like Dan Brown and J.K. Rowling and etc. Okay, so this is what real people do. This is how real information marketers make money. You may have heard of T. Harv Eker. You may have heard of Napoleon Hill. He's dead, but Ron LeGrand, just some of the information marketer bigwigs out there. Okay, and this is how they make their money. They actually build an information empire. They build a business, and what they do is they find a problem that they can solve, and when they find that problem, they then write a book about it, and then they might write companion products like a workbook about it, and then they also have to then design their own back. What I'm teaching you here is what the process involved in being self-published. Okay, and when you're self-published, you have to design your own back cover. You have to write your own sales copy and then design the back cover copy of that. You have to get your own testimonials from people who have read the book and give you reviews about the book, and then put it into the inside cover, back cover, whatnot, to make it look sellable. And then obviously you get it published, making it print ready, putting it into the Amazon bookstore, putting it into the Kindle, making it available for the Apple bookstore. All that, getting it published, is a big deal. And then finally, this small little factor here of marketing. Most people have no idea what's involved in actually marketing the book. And then once you're done, and most people stop there, go, okay, well, I've got my book, I'm self-published, and I will do some marketing to sell awareness to my book, maybe doing some press release. Pay Amazon $100 and get a press release, and bye-bye. Hopefully Wall Street Journal will pick me up and I'll make some money that way. What successful people do is they then build a business and they monetize their business. And I want to show you exactly, in the recent project I just did, what is involved in that little process. So fantasy aside, let's get real and let's see how a real information business is done. And if you want to build an information empire, this is what's involved. Okay, so what you do is you don't just write a book to solve a problem, you write a book to drive a movement. In this particular case, I'm writing a book on how to stop debt collectors. And so while the problem is I'm facing debt collectors and I need to get debt collectors off my back, make them go away. That's the initial problem. So you solve that problem. But what I did instead, and I took it a step further, is actually built a movement. And the reason why you want to build a movement is it becomes bigger than yourself. A movement has a life of its own, and it will go and perpetuate and be viral, and it will grow, and people will want to talk about it and tell their friends about it. If you just solve a problem, it's just a small little thing, but if you build a movement, it will grow beyond you, and it will be much more press worthy. And we'll talk about press in marketing in a bit later. So what we do is we write a movement. Okay, in this particular case, my movement is to put debt collectors out of business. My mission here, and I hope you will join me, is to help spread the word so we educate as many people as possible so we can put debt collectors out of business. So with your particular context, see if you can kind of spin it around. If possible, I understand some certain niches are not available. For example, maybe you're in the weight loss industry and your niche might be, look, so many people are obese. Our mission here is to put the weight loss pill industry out of business because it's absolutely a scam. It's not about just popping the pill and losing weight. It's doing this, and this, and this, and I'm going to show you how. And I hope you can join me in my mission. So you make that into a mission statement, and you invite other people to participate in your mission. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And so what you do is you also build a lead magnet, and whatever that lead magnet is, to draw people in the initial encounter. Look, it's like trying to, if you're at a party and you see a whole bunch of people there, and the first girl you meet say, "Hey, would you like to marry me?" That's not how it works. Okay, you have to go through a dating process, and that's how information marketers do it. Is we go through a dating process. Hey, would you like to go out to coffee with me? Okay, so that's why we build a lead magnet. And with this lead magnet, in this particular case, my book is my lead magnet. See how different that is compared to this particular traditional process? Getting it done, meaning selling your book, is the end goal. I want to sell my book. In my particular situation, I'm not interested in making money from sale of the book. I'm interested in making money from the other things, like the coaching program and everything else involved in building the business. So I have my lead magnet is my book. I've written my book, I've gotten it edited, I've built the cover, I've done everything in the previous step here. I've done all this, and I'm giving it to you for free, away for free. And what I do is I build a squeeze page to give away that book. So this is my squeeze page right here, okay? And I'll show you what the various steps involved, okay? So this is my squeeze page, how to stop debt collectors, headline. I've made a video for the sales page. I've made a ebook cover for it. That's the book cover that I told you about. And I've made it easy for you to opt in. I'm capturing your name and email address. You can even opt in using Facebook. I've designed the sales page, the squeeze page, the testimonials, and I'm making it easy for you to participate and engage with me. Okay, so that is the squeeze page.
Are you being harassed by a debt collector or know someone?
This is the video that I built for the squeeze page.
Do you want to legally force debt collectors to stop calling?
Anyways, so you get the idea. We have a video sales letter to get them excited to opt into our lead magnet, and this is what's called a squeeze page, and that's just the beginning of the engagement. Okay, so what's involved in that? Obviously, you have to write the sales copy, you have to design the website, you have to make the sales video, right? So the sales video, the copy, the headlines, what's in here, designing that, getting the testimonials. You have to build all that, okay? And then you have them opt in, what's called a post opt-in sequence, and that's this page here. Okay, thank you for your interest. To download the page, you have to design the post opt-in page. And in your post opt-in page, there is the sequential autoresponder series that we follow up. So in other words, when they opt in, they have given us their name and email address over here. And the idea is we design a post opt-in sequential autoresponder where we send them follow-up emails on a regular basis to get them to a call to action, whatever that is. Maybe it is to join a coaching program, maybe it is to come to our seminar, maybe it is to buy our product, whatever that is. This is where you do the romance part of the relationship. This is where you sell them, you get them to yes at this point through the sequential autoresponder. So what else is there? Okay, so then we have the viral growth component, and what I did here is we have give people the opportunity to like and share. And this site was launched just a couple of days ago, and I've already got 32 likes, completely unsolicited. People are retweeting this, they're Google Plusing this website. It's got 32, 4, and 4, completely unsolicited. Okay, and what I did also to make this book viral is I've created a companion workbook, okay, and within the companion workbook, I've made it available for them. But in order for them to get the companion workbook, they have to get your workbook, simply click on the Facebook and social media links below. So if you share this to your friends on Facebook, you're going to get the free companion workbook. So by doing this, I've magnified my reach so far, because then these people are going to tell all their friends on Facebook about what it is I'm selling, and I'm directing these people back to the front page, which starts the cycle again. So that's the viral growth component. And the other thing about it is, because I've written a movement book, within the book itself, remember, that is my lead magnet. Okay, that is my lead magnet. My lead magnet is to sell the book, to give the book away. So and I'm writing a book in such a way that it's building a movement. So we encourage people. It's sort of like the Communist Manifesto. I mean, it's a very bad analogy, but that's how movements grow, is these manifestos get passed on to the other people because it makes sense. And so the way I've written the book about the debt industry and how dirty and disgusting it is, and the dirty little secrets they don't want you to know about, and I give people a good reason to give it to their friends. Spread it around. Please, if you find this book useful, forward it to your friends. What happens is when you forward it to your friends, within the book I've written it such a way that the call to action is to get them to either come back to the squeeze page or come back to my sales page. So the book is my elaborate sales letter. So when they read the book, they come to this. They may come to the squeeze page, or they may come to the sales page, or they may come to the companion product. So within the book, I'm giving them another opportunity to download my workbook, the companion product. And so this is what the companion product looks like. This is download the debt defense workbook. That's the companion product. That's this page over here. So obviously what's involved in there, you have to design the squeeze page, you have to write the sales copy, and you have to do the sales copy for the sequential autoresponder. So they're opting in right here, okay? They're opting in, giving their name and email address and permission for you to communicate with them, okay? So this is the opt-in page. We're giving them the opportunity to download this companion workbook. Same here. This is the post opt-in page. This is what they see when they opt in. They get to download the infographic. They download the workbook. They download the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, the Telephone Communication Consumer Protections Act. All these resources have been talked about within my book. Okay, and this is the book drives them to this companion page for them to download. Again, we want to enhance that engagement, build that relationship, so that when you eventually ask them to marry you, the chances of you getting a yes is stacked, because you've given them so much value in the beginning. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so then what we also want to do is, ultimately, we're about making sales, right? So we want to build a sales page. What's involved in there? We have to obviously do make the sales copy, design the website to make it look professional, make a sales video. What is that offer? What are you selling? Okay, so that's all this. That's the sales video, the headline, okay, the sales copy, testimonials, review videos, and what exactly are you giving me? Okay, so we have to build all that and then what is the offer and how much you're going to charge for it. For me, I'm charging $97 for the coaching program. Okay, so you click on get instant access, and you come to this page. So that's the e-commerce component. And I want to bring your attention, most people don't notice this. So on the page where you're asking for the money, it's HTTPS. I hope you can see that. That's what's called a secure service certificate. So you need to know how to install that. Okay, put that in so that your customers can enter the credit card safely. And if you don't have that, they may not feel safe about entering the credit card and they abandon. You want to minimize card abandonment as much as possible. So that's what this is about. Okay, you have the SSL, you have to, and then get a merchant account. You have to set up the shopping cart, all that, so that you can actually complete the offer. What else? Residual income. You might want to build it in so that the coaching program is a $20 a month residual income program. So that, obviously, if you want to build an ongoing residual income, you have to give them reason to stay on. What is it that you're giving me month 2, month 3, month 4? Are you just taking my money just for the sake of taking my money, or are you giving me real value for me to stick around? And part of that is the coaching program. You might want to do it in such a way that it is a true coaching program. And when, for example, I take you on as a coach, as a client, I'm going to coach you on what to do. I'm not going to download all this stuff to you in one go. I'm going to tell you what to do, or all you need to do is step 1. Next week, let's get back, and I'm going to talk about something else. And then next month, let's talk about the other step involved. So we go through a series of interactions, and that's why you justify the monthly fee for your residual income. Okay, so that's what this part is about. So once they buy into your coaching program, you're going to have to then build the actual coaching program. Okay, this is what my coaching program looks like. There's a bunch of disclaimers, there's instructional videos, there's things for them to download, there's apps that they can download, conference calls for to be in this program, and the actual coaching programs. Okay, various different things inside each module. So if I had to create the content and then create the layout and create all this, all this prettiness, it takes a lot of work to actually make it pretty. And that's what this is about, the coaching program. Okay, and that's what I do. I create the content, the actual coaching program. In this particular case, we're dealing with debt collectors, and we're teaching our clients how to sue them. For me, I've had to actually build a federal lawsuit pleading, actually suing a debt collector and teaching people how to fill in the blank and suing their debt collector. So that there is the content creation part. And then the web design part is just the design to make it look pretty so that it's nicely presented. And then I have to protect the content so that those people who have not paid for the coaching program can't access this. How do you do that? If it's unprotected, it's widely open, anyone can access that. So you have to protect that and figure out how to do that as well. And that's what I do. I protect the content. Next, we have the content management, email management system, and this I use this product called Digital Access Pass, and this is the list of people who have opted in to my database. Now I've launched this website 1 week ago, and I've got 718 thus far, 718 opt-ins from my various different marketing that I've done. Okay, so these are all people who've opted in. So this is Digital Access Pass allows me to manage my products, send broadcasts to my lists. So this is the heart and soul and core of my system. So in the Digital Access Pass system, this is the opt-in. This is the sequential autoresponder. So I've written a bunch of emails, and I'm going to set it up so that it's sent day 2, day 4, day 6, day 7, day 14, day 16. Have you read the book yet? Did you know about the companion workbook? Have you downloaded that? I can't do this alone. I'm asking them to spread the word for me. So you can see I'm enhancing the engagement. I'm not asking for the money until a week later. Could $1,000 make a life easier for you? That's my sales message. So as you can see, now I'm starting to ask for the money after a week of engagement. I've given them so much value up front, and eventually I'm asking for them to come to the coaching program. And that's the coaching program that you saw over here. So next, we also, I think that's it, okay? That's the companion. So the back-end list management system. So within Digital Access Pass, I'm able to send broadcasts to my list, see? So now I can send a broadcast to my people anytime I want for any special offer I want. Let's say this book is done in the ebook form, and when I'm ready to actually make it available on Amazon, I want to make sure that it gets onto the Amazon bestseller right away. And so what I do now is I've got a list of people. All right, I've got a list of people in here. It is now as we speak. It's now 719. So we've got one more opt-in as we speak. Okay, now I've got all these people in my list that I can just simply send a broadcast and say, hey, look, my book is out on Amazon. If you buy it and then if you write a review on Amazon, I'm going to make it a special offer. I'm going to give you my coaching program at half price. In fact, if you buy 10 copies of my book, I'm going to give the coaching program to you for free. And so that's how I've been able to drive my previous works up to the Amazon bestseller list, is because I don't launch the book, the physical book, until I have built a sufficient list that at least about 10,000 people on my list, and then I send a broadcast out to that list to get people to buy my book, so it pushes my book onto Amazon to become an Amazon bestseller overnight, and then I can make a press release from that. So in addition to all that, there's metrics. So I track everything. I track what pages people land on, what my conversion rate is. So because I want to know what my cost of acquisition is for my clients, so that I know if I know what conversion rate my opt-ins are, I know how much I make. If at the end of the day, if I have 100 people opt into my book, and of those 100 people, only 2 buy, and that's worth $200. And if I can then work out the metrics, right? If it's 100 people opt in and I make $200, then I can afford to pay at most $200 per opt-in. With that information, I can then go out there and buy traffic. I can buy traffic as long as it's less than, for example, in this particular scenario, less than $2 per opt-in. That's how I can make my informed decision. And you can't make that informed decision unless you have your metrics and you can test it and try it out. And one final thing, that's why I had that final page. I've also built an affiliate program. So let me show you something that's amazing. Okay, this is my front page. It's called the Debt Defense Programs. Okay, this is my front page. Right down below here on this web design is affiliate program right here. Okay, I have not mentioned anywhere on my communication, anywhere at all, about this affiliate program. And let me show you something that will blow your mind. Let me do a search for people in my affiliate program. I've got all these people signed up for my affiliate program from that right there. This little thing right here for the affiliate program. So what is an affiliate program? An affiliate program is resellers for your product. So in my affiliate program here, I pay people. If you have a list, I'm paying you 50% of sales paid monthly. Okay, just to join, simply enter your name and email address here. And that's what I do. I get people to promote my products for me. And then I have to have the affiliate tracking software, and I also have to have resources to teach people how to promote my products. So I have to build the sequential autoresponder training series to teach people how to market my product as well. And so that goes into this program over here. So as you can see, there's a whole lot more in building an information empire than what people initially think of when they think about how to make money online by writing a book. That's the old way. Those days are far and gone, and your chance of getting success through this method is 1 in a million, maybe. This is how you can control your own destiny. I hope that makes sense. If you're interested, feel free to get in touch with me. I look forward to working with you. Have a nice day.